Let's do another.
Another.
Okay.
Always gotta do another.
Yeah. Well, we film them in batches. So.
Yeah, that's our process.
That's how we do it, hon.
Sorry, I forget. I've only done this, 100 times or
200 at least.
Oh, okay. Thanks. And yeah, I still always get nervous like it's the first time. No? Silly?
Silly.
Sorry.
Ridiculous, hon.
I know. You ready?
Yeah.
I never know how long you want the blooper state to be.
I never know either. So I just have to say go.
Hello everybody and welcome to Nathan on Shuffle and to our latest episode of Prog Song Sunday. I've got Jana with me.
Hello.
And this is the show where we listen to a prog song together, and it's a first listen for Jana, and we're just listening to prog music. It's on a shuffled list. Whatever pops up, and it's just hopefully a fun time. We never know what's coming.
Week to week.
Yeah,
all right.
That's part of the fun of it.
Shuffle.
Also a little scary. All right, shuffling onward.
Oh.
So it's almost 17 minutes. All right, so we got When the Water Breaks by Liquid Tension Experiment. This is from their second album.
Is this the one with all the colors? You know how it has all the colors on the front?
Maybe you're thinking of the third one?
I don't know. I think it is the third one.
Yeah, I think it's the third. I have
yeah, that's the cover. Then, yeah, it's different.
Yeah, I have the box set of it, and I think it's black with colors, yeah. So I think that must be what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is basically the members of Dream Theater without their singer doing just instrumental prog music.
Progressive metal.
Yeah.
You've played it 16 times.
And I guess it does substitute John Myung, who's in Dream Theater. Instead, the bass player here is Tony Levin. So, but you've got John Petrucci, Mike Portnoy, and Jordan Rudess.
Okay.
Playing some cool stuff.
Liquid Tension Experiment.
Yeah, I don't think we've covered that exactly.
No, I don't think so. When the Water Breaks.
Yeah.
This one is almost 17 minutes long.
And it's all instrumental.
This
is quite a leap you're taking here. This is maybe a challenging listen.
What if I fall asleep?
I hope not. It's pretty, well, this is coming from
get another earthquake and it'll wake me up.
Yeah. As a big prog fan, I feel like it has a lot of cool
things in it.
Cool musical different moments. And you know what? Morphs as it goes. It's not like the same thing the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Let's do it.
If you hate it, I'm sorry in advance.
I probably won't.
Okay.
Just,
When the Water Breaks.
Okay. That's a baby.
Uh-huh.
That's the lyrics.
Yeah, that's the one lyric. Baby crying.
What?
There you go.
What was that for?
Because it's fun. Write it down, hon. You got to comment on that ending. Can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Well, okay. I liked it. It was really cool, and you could really see, like, the talent of these musicians is, like, off the charts, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I wrote notes on one page for this, like, right here, one page.
Wow.
And I feel like there were I noted, like, 3 sections to it.
It's fair.
And I wrote less and less about each section.
You started losing interest as it went on.
Not losing interest, just like, but how many times can I write cool guitar?
Right, yeah.
like it's like they just, like, you know, this is a great jam session, let's record it, you know?
Right.
Fine, it's wonderful for what it is. I know I prefer a shorter song, you know, because, like, I'm ready to move on to something else or give me some lyrics to listen to, but that's okay. Like, I can separate what I prefer versus what I'm hearing, and, like, this is amazing for what it is. That it had the ending weird. I wrote weird ending music, but it's like, what, like carnival? What is that?
Yeah, like carnival or like saloon piano or something.
Yeah, something like that. But it started out with, like, nursery rhyme type of music.
Yeah,
like, with the baby crying.
Sure.
And then several moments of, like, hard rock, somber rock, soft piano, jazz with a good bass line.
Yep.
You know, ooh, rock and roll is back, lots of cymbal, good balance of, this is a real comment instead of just observational, is that I think that they do a really fine job at balancing how much of each instrument so that way you can hear all the different instruments.
Yes.
So because sometimes there's music out there that, like, the guitar solo is just overwhelming, you know, or the sound is distorted. Like, a lot of punk songs are like that, you know?
Right.
And I feel like I can't, like, hear the different instruments or hear, like, the melodies clearly. And this, I felt like, was just very clean.
Yeah.
Very, like you could hear the bass line, you could hear the drums, and they all worked seamlessly together. It was, like, perfectly balanced through the whole thing. I was just so impressed by that, by how good it sounded.
Yeah.
There's another reason why I like modern music, because it sounds better.
Yeah,
I think it sounds better.
Yeah.
I think the production is so much cleaner, and I mean, the caliber of the musicians helps with that, of course.
Yeah.
There was some great syncopated rhythms. There was a moment there where there was a really cool bass solo and a guitar solo. So I guess it's not really solos because they're duets.
Yeah.
Bass and guitar duet. Bass and
bass and guitar duet.
Bass and drum.
Bass and drums. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I meant drums.
Yeah.
Bass solo
and drum.
with drum solo.
Yeah.
Bass and
drum solo. Duet.
You know what
Edit
we
it
mean.
out. Edit it.
You know what we mean.
Bass and drum duet. Yes.
Yeah. And then they had a moment that was just a little beat of silence that was, like, out of nowhere, and that was kind of cool. So here's another comment that a lot of times the music was driving somewhere, like it was climbing.
Okay.
You know, if anybody's taking piano lessons, then you do those piano exercises. So that's what it was reminding me of.
Like playing scales or something.
Yeah, but it wasn't, like, necessarily going higher and higher, but it had that same rhythm where you felt like you were, like, so you were still going somewhere, and I was there for the ride. That was good.
Cool.
That was all in the first half.
Cool.
Remember, I wrote less notes in the second half.
Right.
But a lot of the same similar things, you know. There was just about the halfway point, like, it's a new rock song with a new tempo and a new rhythm, and there was another bass and drum duet.
Yes.
Got it right that time.
Cool.
And sometimes I don't know if it's playing guitar or if it's playing a keyboard that's sounding like a guitar.
Yeah, that's
fair. But there was a moment of that where I was like, this is a cool guitar. And then it like, can a guitar do that kind of sound? Maybe this is a keyboard.
Yeah, it was probably most likely keyboard, I would guess. But who knows? I don't know what section you're referring to.
I don't know either. Somewhere 3/4 of the way.
Yeah.
And then I wrote baby guitar sound. What does that mean?
You mean when it had that
at the very end, near the end?
Moment there was like a baby sound effect once again, and then it kept going in the song?
Yeah, that might be. Guitar sound. Fun ending. Oh, and then driving at the end because it felt like it was in a hurry to get to the end.
Okay.
You could tell that was like the wind up to the ending, you know? And so it was like driving there, and we gotta hurry and we gotta get there, and I felt like it was speeding up. It may not have been. It may have just been like the intensity of the music like rising.
Yeah.
And so like it was just getting there, and after 17 minutes I could understand why they'd be in a hurry to end it, because they don't need to be that long.
Wow. Okay.
The end.
Very nice. I've always loved this piece.
Does it sound like I didn't like it? Because I did like it.
Yeah.
I did like it. I thought it was great. It was wonderful.
My impression is that you liked it, but probably wished it was like half as long, you know?
Yeah, or split up into four different songs.
Different songs.
Yeah.
You don't like one track that kind of has several different segments in it. You wish they were separated more.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why. It makes sense more in my brain.
Yeah. I just like the journey. Like it links these pieces together in a really interesting way that builds and has like its own arc. And I've always really loved this piece. This is probably my favorite piece by Liquid Tension, I think. It's up there because I just think it's so interesting, the journey it goes on.
Yeah.
And I really like Liquid Tension Experiment because to me, a lot of instrumental stuff where it's just purely instrumental can wander a bit and lose my attention sometimes, perhaps. But I feel like
this is just good rock the whole time.
Yeah, they really keep your attention with what they're doing, and I think the lead instruments really kind of take over for what like a singer might do. It gives you that main melody to kind of catch your attention and to drive you through the song, whether that's being played on guitar or keyboard later. You know, it's something that gives you that through line, that gives you that kind of melody to hook onto as you're listening through the song.
Right.
And I think that's really cool because some instrumentals to me just feel like they're kind of randomness or jamming or, things that don't really have that kind of grounding nature. And thus it can feel a little bit chaotic or like doesn't really give you a direction, I guess, as a listener. So, and like you were kind of mentioning, I like... This is 4 virtuosos who are all equally like amazing on their instruments, and I like you said, how the mix kind of allows each one to shine. You can hear clearly every single instrument that's played, and they each get their own spotlights throughout the song, like different solos, different like moments where they're doing something interesting and featured, and there's just as much keyboard moments as there are guitar moments, as there are bass moments and drumming.
Bass moments.
So it's cool that they each get a chance to equally shine. There's not like one member shining above the rest where it's all just, epic guitar solos and everyone else is kind of a background player. They're all superstars. They're all, just as equivalent important members of the band. And I really love that about them. And, I feel like this Liquid Tension Experiment, maybe more so the first album than this one, kind of foreshadowed the direction Dream Theater would head because based on this project, they brought Jordan Rudess into Dream Theater, and he kind of brought a similar energy, especially to some of the instrumental moments in Dream Theater. So it's cool to hear those moments in these songs and how they came to fruition in Dream Theater also. So... some of my thoughts, but I love the piece. I love how it shifts and morphs and has all these different sections and is fun to listen to and, goes through different tempo changes and parts that are really hard rocking, parts that have almost a funk edge to it. And then they'll lay back more into this kind of beautiful, more sweeping guitar solo and stuff. So and they repeat certain things that came before just to kind of reprise it. So I think it's built and structured really well, even if some could argue like you that it's overlong and could be shortened. But I like the journey, so I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too. I just need it every once in a while.
Yeah, fair point, fair. But yeah, that's my main thoughts. Okay. Is that good?
Yeah, that was great thoughts. Good job, man.
All right. Thanks. I need the validation. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video. I know it's a bit of a lengthier one, but really enjoyed this track, and it was fun to listen to. And glad you appreciated it, even though it's instrumental.
Of course.
Doesn't have those vocals to kind of hook you in, but
if I were to listen to only instrumentals, it would be this
cool.
type of stuff.
All right, that's a good sign.
I like hard rock.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a good sound. All right, so let us know in the comments if you have any thoughts about this track, about Liquid Tension Experiment, and keep watching the channel hopefully, and subscribe if you haven't, and keep watching. We'll have another one up, I'm sure, in a week's time. We do these regularly, so stick around and we'd appreciate it. So thank you guys, and we'll catch you in a future episode.
Bye.
Bye everybody.
Subscribe.
Enjoy the music.
Yeah, that too.